Spells having categories of use may be in Hogwarts Legacy. Like many RPGs, spells are categorized for a specific purpose, whether that's for protection, to deal damage, healing, or killing, but I think they may implement their own categories based on the Harry Potter franchise. Let's take a look at what I think may be in the game. Hey everyone, Blake here and welcome back for another video. Spells in many other RPGs are typically based on a traditional spell category system. When I say this, I'm meaning how is it going to be used? Will it be used for damaging players or objects, defending yourself or your allies from incoming attacks, or possibly something that gives you an attribute buff, for example a spell that increases the caster's accuracy or improves focus while in combat? Inside the Harry Potter universe, spells are broken down into 7 categories: charms, curses, transfiguration, healing spells, jinxes, hexes, and counter spells. Let's quickly break down what each category means to the caster. Healing spells are just what you think, and they have their own area within spells because they have a unique capacity to magically improve the physical condition of the living subject. Healing spells have categories such as charms, banishments, and conjurations. These spells will be used to heal yourself along with any allies that are coming along on your journey. This will be very important as a student going up against some serious evil magic. This will also be really good to focus on, especially if multiplayer is added down the road for dungeons and PvP purposes. Transfiguration spells focus on altering the form or appearance of an object by altering the object's molecular structure. Transfiguration are considered very hard spells requiring some scientific knowledge. Although this one seems like it may be hard to master, we are described as a student who has an extreme ability to master ancient magic. This is something I'm really looking forward to and maybe even learning to become an animagi. Charms are also known as enchantments. A charm is a type of spell that adds a property to an object or individual. It alters what an object does. An example of a charm would be the levitation charm Wingardium Leviosa. A charm can be cast for the moment it is needed, or it can be a lasting charm. An object that has a lasting charm is called a bewitched item. A Jinx is a minor type of dark magic and the least severe of the 3 dark charms talked about in today's video. The effects of a Jinx are irritating to a person it affects. An example of a Jinx that is very useful during a duel, the knockback Jinx Flipendo. I'm sure most of you OG Harry Potter game fans remember the spell being cast 1,000 times. If you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any Hogwarts Legacy content. Like Jinxes, a Hex is a type of dark charm. However, it is worse than a Jinx but not as bad as a Curse. A Hex causes moderate suffering to its victim. A Curse is the worst of the 3 dark charms. Curses can vary in intensity and forms. They're usually the most wicked, strongest, long-lasting, and least reversible of all dark charms. They are cast to cause immense suffering to the victim. Sectum Sempra, that won't be in the game because it was made by Snape, but using it as an example is used to cause harm. The spell lacerates the target and causes severe hemorrhaging, so you could say that this spell could be classified as a DPS spell slot. There is an array of curses, but the most notable are the unforgivable curses. Avada Kedavra is the killing curse. When this curse is cast on a living being, this unforgivable curse causes instantaneous and painless death with no violence or trace of injury to the body. Crucio, also known as the torture curse, the curse inflicts intense and excruciating pain to the victim, like we saw to Neville Longbottom's parents in the Harry Potter series. And last but not least of the unforgivable curses is Imperio. This places the victim completely under the caster's control. Although unforgivable curses have not been confirmed to be in the game is going to have killing. We have seen this in Elite gameplay over a year ago. I believe they will have some form of curses that we cast at foes. Last but not least, counter spells. As the name suggests, there are a series of spells aimed to inhibit, remove, or negate the effects of another spell. Under the category of counter spells, there are 4 subcategories: counter spells, counter curses, counter charms, and untransfigurations. Spells in this category could be like Nox, Lumos, or Alohomora. These spells can be used to counter spells as we have seen done in the Harry Potter series, and Snape uses a counter spell against Professor Quirrell's Jinx on Harry's broom. With the recent information about the boss camps, this has got me thinking how we could be seeing the use of our spells in combat. I have done a video on what spells I would like to see in the game. If you haven't seen that, I'll leave a card at the top right of your screen so you can watch it later. We could also talk about all the passive abilities that may be in the game as well. But for now, let's keep it to just spells. If you would like a video where I go over what passive abilities I think your witch or wizard will have, be sure to comment down below. These categories would go great with the skill tree that I have talked about possibly being in Hogwarts Legacy. Skill trees are seen in most RPGs, especially ones under developers involved with WB. Skill trees are a great way to spend talent points that are earned into leveling up specific abilities in a category. Having these 7 categories to choose from while leveling up just makes sense. Let me know what you all think down in the comments below. Do you think this is the way we'll be leveling and using our spells in Hogwarts Legacy? I would love to hear all of your opinions. This video idea was brought up by High IQ Warrior. He's an amazing supporter of the channel. If you want to get involved with what videos go up on the channel, be sure to head over to the Discord. We are an ever-growing community and will welcome you with open arms. Now, onto another note I kind of just want to touch on. I don't want to go too far in depth with it, but how will we select these spells that we want to use? Since this game is coming out on console as well as PC, I would expect that you are limited to a few spells at a time. I think that if we could be seeing a wheel system implemented into the game, that would work perfectly. I know most of you have either seen or played a game that includes a wheel select system. Games like this are GTA, Sea of Thieves, The Witcher, and many more. This allows the player to equip multiple spells at once, but be able to switch them in a moment's notice. This would be ideal for developers to do something along these lines, unlike many Harry Potter games in the past. I'm hoping that they do come up with something that will allow us to change spells on the fly, along with making the UI optimal for immersive gameplay. I know I can get ahead of myself sometimes, and I don't want to lead anyone on thinking that this is going to be in the game. I know for me personally, this game is going to be amazing, even if it doesn't include anything I mentioned in this video. I'm super excited to see what the future of this game has to offer and expand into the Wizarding World gaming scene. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated. If you would like to watch my last upload, click the video on the left, or if you'd like to see all my Hogwarts Legacy videos in one place, click the playlist at the right of your screen now. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you Wizarding fans in the next video.